television channel being broadcast on the internet under the banners of Baby Angel Geronimo Manifesto editions and the Baby Angels Koji and a family of kittens from 1978 to today, 20th of October 2024. Now, today is Sunday, 20th of October 2024. We have got a rare item of news on the Sunday People front page, which has got the main story led by an alpaca. Well, Baby Angel Geronimo is an alpaca, but Baby Angel Geronimo has not been featured by the Sunday People in this way at all. This alpaca is in the news because a convicted criminal murderer called Kenneth Noy was pictured petting an alpaca. Now, the description of the alpaca as a generic description is a group of camelid animals. In the Sunday People says that alpacas are good for human beings. Apparently, they are good at reducing stress and pressures on humans. And the other is, of course, let me read the exact quote. Alpacas are known for reducing anger, not stress, reducing anger and increasing empathy. Now, reducing anger and increasing empathy, of course, are among the qualities that alpacas bring. That is the picture. That is the picture of the alpaca's head being petted by Kenneth Noy, who is featured in the heading Murderer Pets Alpaca. That's page 7 of today's Sunday People. And the even bigger space is given on the front page. It says M25 killer. So M25 killer and the alpaca. Well, it's a misleading heading because it suggests somehow that the killer and his killing, etc., has something to do with the alpaca being pictured on the front page of the Sunday People. Well, the cover price of the Sunday People is £2.60 in today's prices, 2024 prices. And the Baby Angel Geronimo, who is in the archives, I mean, he's the main alpaca in the news as far as I can see. The last decades, maybe even hundreds of years, an alpaca of the description and the details of the experience that Baby Angel Geronimo has been put through, I think that is the unique personality and unique document and history. The fact that they are known for reducing anger and for empathy, this is no exaggeration at all. As the woman who in New Zealand raised the Baby Angel Geronimo, told the London Times, owned by Rupert Murdoch, in August, I think, first half of August, 8th or 9th of August, 2021. I speak from memory, of course, that she, Leonie Walker, she missed letting him go. And the alpaca angel, the baby angel Geronimo, will never be back with her. And it's a very emotional Leonie Walker. Of course, I wasn't the reporter speaking to her or listening to her voice, but I can imagine that she got overcome with emotion with the thought that she let Geronimo go. So when Geronimo arrived in England, in South Gloucestershire, to be met by the woman Helen MacDonald, he was, of course, out of her own belief, Helen MacDonald, a trained veterinary nurse, that is a nurse that is trained in looking after animals. In good faith, she allowed the UK central government department to carry out a test. Now, before he left New Zealand, baby angel Geronimo was tested more than once, which apparently is the routine process that is taken as part of the kind of contact with animals, including alpacas. And on all the tests on him, Geronimo, baby angel Geronimo, the outcome was negative. That is, all the tests proved that he didn't have any infection, any disease or illness on him. So upon arrival in England and South Gloucestershire, where Helen MacDonald has been looking after other alpacas as well, she gave permission for him to be tested under the auspices of the UK Central Government Executive Department for Environment, the depraved DEFRA. And the depraved DEFRA allowed the test to be fucked up, perverted, distorted. And the purpose was that if the test was messed up and interfered with, then the outcome would be most likely a positive one, because the reading would be positive because of the interference with the biological system of the otherwise innocent baby angel Geronimo. And Helen MacDonald, who is a trained person in looking after animals and has had years of experience of looking after alpacas and knowing the various symptoms and the signals of when the alpaca is unwell or is infected or is not unwell and is not infected. She challenged the claim by the depraved DEFRA. And that is what got her involved in the various litigation, challenging the criminals at the department. Now, today's Sunday people describing alpacas as empathetic and healers of anger also adds substance, significant substance to the innocence of the innocent baby angel Geronimo. We shall be following this up and we shall be talking more about this in due course because we've got the paper and we've got the report and we have scope for updating. The other items in the news today, Sunday, the 20th of October 2024, of course, include the various issues about the forthcoming budget, the first budget. The new UK government, fronted by Keir Starmer, is going to present through Rachel Reeves. All these items are repetitious and are prompted by the main interests that put the items in the papers owned by big business in a way that casts doubt on the budget, irrespective of whether the budget is good or bad in the long term. But the general overview of the Keir Starmer fronted economic program, to me, as an economist, well, I'm a trained economist, but also an empirical economist, an investigative economist. I trained more than 50 years ago. Well, I trained as an economist in the 1960s, didn't I? But those years of training wouldn't have allowed me to do the things that I have been doing as an economist, applied economist, let's say. And the academic training that I undertook or I went through as an economist were false, as is capitalism, which is a part and parcel of the program of the Keir Starmer fronted regime. All the economic news, let's say, regardless of the capitalist economic thinking, are prompted by the big business to whom, even at the landslide majority on the 4th of July 2024, Keir Starmer is absolutely prostrate before them. So what is happening is that he's doing the very same thing that conservatives would have been doing. In fact, worse than the conservatives, because, for example, the HS2 liability, which is an excuse for the big business to rob and loot huge sums of public money, is being revived. And also, the much discredited Public Finance Initiative, PFI, that the moron Gordon Brown allowed, is back. So the criminal, Tony Blair, and Gordon Brown, the idiot, who was his career rival, they introduced the Public Finance Initiative, which was discredited by later evidence. And the discredit was actually exacerbated and publicized for party political advantage by the conservatives who succeeded the Gordon Brown fronted regime in May 2010. So they did the kind of damage to the idea of public finance initiative. But it seems that the lessons of the discredited public finance initiative have not been learned by the whoever is making the decisions about economic plan in the Starmer fronted current regime that came into being with effect from the 5th of July 2024. So the PFI is back, HS2 is back, and there is no sign whatsoever at this point that the multi-billion pound cuts to the poor people, depending on pension, are going to be reversed. The cuts are going to be implemented by Keir Starmer. And it seems that the issues around Wahid Ali and Taylor Swift that have been raging in the last month or so have mysteriously disappeared from the news coverage today, the weekend Sunday news coverage. So we shall be talking about all of those in due course, of course. And there is a piece about, well, the only piece that is on the front page of the Sun on Sunday, and on top of the Sunday People, about Liam Payne, is based on the tributes that his sister is paying to him. And the heading is, "I'm sorry I couldn't help save you." Now, during the years of decline that was setting on, Liam Payne actually admitted that the dysfunction and the psychological problems he was having were caused by his being in the boy band and being famous. Which is a very significant factor. And the amazing thing is that these papers are capitalizing on this kind of understandably emotional tributes by his sister, by splashing, giving huge space in the papers to her sadness about losing her brother. But they are the ones who actually also over exploit the so called celebrity. To commit suicide at age 31, he must have been on the falling descent for the previous 10 years or even longer. And the fact that there was no assistance or support to help him overcome the pressures shows the desperation which is exploited and created at the same time by the media. In the last fortnight also, the endless promotion of the wife of the footballer Wayne Rooney, Colleen Rooney, and the endless attacks on her rival, Rebecca Vardy, has continued with Colleen Rooney being praised for being the recipient of the highest amount of fees by the ITV company that runs the I'm a Celebrity, Get Me Out of Here, Out of the Jungle program. So this shows exceeding cruelty and exploitation of the celebrities and the partisan stance being taken by the leading tabloids. So there is no evidence of any empathetic source of support among human beings. It seems that the only empathetic personality that exists in the media today, in the news coverage, is an alpaca, a member of the baby angel Geronimo's family, let's say. We shall be continuing on updates in due course. This is 19 hours GMT on Sunday, 20th of October 2024.